Luke, after some really good defensive performances, first off, I'm sure is not what you were expecting when you turned up at the ground this afternoon.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't think obviously any of us expected that, prepared for it like that. But we've just said in there, obviously, that's not good enough. There's individual mistakes for myself, others that we need to cut out. But on the flip side, like you said, we had a good run, some really good defensive performances as well. So it's important not to get too high and think we've got it cracked when we're winning, and then not too long on a day like today.
And is that the message from the gaffer and the message within the dressing room?
Yeah, definitely. We know on our day, if we turn up, we could beat anyone in our league here. But on the flip side as well, if we turn up and we're not 100% on it, days like this can happen as well. So we've just got to make sure that we're putting in that work in from Monday straight in again, building up to next weekend. So we're at our best.
Is it more frustrating for you as a goalkeeper to concede goals like today, which were probably avoidable, as against perhaps a goal like the second goal last Saturday, which was just a phenomenal strike?
Yeah, there's definitely a certain element when they're avoidable. That is frustrating as well, but then obviously the second goal the other day is, that's frustrating as well. Letting in goals as a defensive unit is frustrating at any point in the game. So yeah, it's annoying when they're avoidable, but annoying all the same when they're not.
I have to ask you about this. What happened for that first goal?
Yeah, it was just a bit of a mix-up in communication for myself. After I've looked at it back, and probably should have just let Jacko deal with it. He can either send it back to me and clear it, or just clear it himself. So yeah, just one of them things where obviously I want to try to be front foot and proactive and deal with things and help the defence out wherever I can. But obviously you've got to make sure when it's not yours to deal with, you've got to let them do their jobs too.
And the other three, probably, you obviously don't like getting beaten by goals, but there probably wasn't an awful lot you could do about the other three.
No, it's sort of the tumbling effect when you're against it, and the pressure's piling on. Obviously the second one's a decent ball into the box from what I can tell. The third one is a corner, which is something we've really clamped down on this year, and I think we've been really good with it this year. So obviously we're disappointed with that. And then the fourth one, obviously just a break from halfway, which I think looking back at it, we could do better as well. But obviously it's a team thing. Everything's together, and we got to just build back up together, get in Monday, and work hard again.
How big an influence on the game do you think the first goal was?
Yeah, definitely has an influence. Sort of sets the tone, gives them something to build on, and maybe put us on the back foot a bit. So obviously you've got to take responsibility for that. But yeah, I think as a team we got to definitely work on and to be fair, it's been good in recent weeks. I think about Cambridge and games like that. When that first one goes in, sort of just reset, re-go again, and we did it well against Sheffield Wednesday the other week as well. So went 1-0 down, and it could have easily become 2 and 3 because they were piling it on, but we saw it out. So yeah, it's just something that we know as a team, that when they score the first one, you've got to just sort of make sure that doesn't become 2 and 3 for the next 20 minutes, even if you get to half time, whatever. Just make sure you don't give them too much to hold on to.
And I know it sounds utterly bizarre, 4 goals against, but you didn't actually have an awful lot to do in the rest of the game, did you?
No, I know. That was another thing we said as well. Like if you obviously look, the goals were avoidable, but if you take the game as a whole and sort of took the goals out, there wasn't really too much in it. But obviously that's the game of football, and you can't concede the goals. So yeah, that's why also you can't be too disheartened from it. If we were 25 shots against us getting battered, and that is more of an inquest to be had. But yeah, I think on the balance of play, it's just one of them days that could have been avoided.